Hi, everyone. It's me, Lisa, here again, and it's good to see you. Thank you for your questions, and today we hope to have some answers. So I'm going to start with a young lady who asked the question. I have had a client who has had a breast augmentation surgery and lipo 360 and states that she will not be my client any longer because the needs, or she feels she needs more aggressive lymphatic drainage. Is there a different type of MLD? Should they be doing something different and more aggressive for cosmetic? So before I answer her entirely, let me tell you, the answer there is yes. Manual lymph drainage, MLD. The word M stands for manual, which means using your hands. And in the Vodder method that is used and employed, it is gentle. It does not cause pain. It does not cause bruising. It does not cause lymphatic fluid to leak and seep out of sutures. That type of lymphatic drainage is not the Vodder method. That is a method that's employed in South America, which, by the way, if you look at my background, I took a picture of it because I was there. I've been invited many times to South America porque yo hablo español. I do speak Spanish. I was married 13 years to my husband that was from South America, from Colombia. So I'm really familiar with Colombia and Venezuela and Brazil, and I'm not knocking them for what they're doing. I'm just telling you, the research for this is not there. It's not like Vodder method that had 100 years of research behind it from all around the world. This is a method that's being used and employed in South America for surgery, and it's causing a lot of people to get hurt. We've had people that have died in the Dominican Republic. We've had people with scarring that have come back from those countries because they went there to get the bargain basement surgery, and they come back. Guess what? Doctors don't want to work on them here in the United States because they don't know what they had done. So these things are important to know when you're the therapist and you're working on these people. When they're telling you what to do and how to do it, that right there is an indication you got a problem, because they think they know more than you do. They think that the harder, the better. Well, let me tell you already, and this is coming from doctors I work with who work in South America. You get more bruising, which you shouldn't have. You should have less. You get more pain, which you shouldn't be having. You get more bleeding and fluids coming out of the sutures, which is out of scope of practice in the United States, by the way. If you're coming from a state that's not like ours in Florida, where this whole massage and plastic surgery is so popular, I told the board 7 years ago that this is going to be a problem, because when you start doing MLD the way they do it in South America, and you push the blood out and the fluid out, that puts you out of scope of practice. And not only out of scope of practice, it puts you in a situation with your licensure and with your insurance Does your insurance cover fluid leaking out on the floor onto pads? That is not a good thing. That's a situation that could cause you your license. And in Florida, that has already happened. The Surgeon General stepped in on this and said, and pulled licenses that I already told them about 7 years ago. People I knew, and they were putting it all on Facebook. And I said, you see that? That's biohazardous waste, and it's not being taken care of properly. So I don't mean to be overboard, guys, but I'm answering a question that's coming to me from a student that is actually, as a matter of fact, let me get this for you. She's from another state, so that's why she felt this confusion. She's like, do they do something different down in Miami than they do here where I live? Well, no, it's not that. It's that they're doing something more difficult and deeper, and it's causing fibrosis. You can say fibrotic or fibrosis, and all that tissue in there begins to become hard. So this is what she's talking about. She says, thank you so much for your feedback and response. Guys, I get this every day. Every single day, I would get calls and I would get messages from people. Is this the right thing or the wrong thing? Am I doing, is what you taught me the right thing or the wrong thing? Look, what we taught you is the method that was taught for 100 years with 100 years of research behind it. No pain, no swelling, no bruising. It shouldn't be causing that. If you're having all those things going on, you're going to have a problem. And in the case of the Dominican Republic, we had one who died because they went in too deeply on her. They were pressing so deep into the tissue that they actually burst an organ. So, guys, again, not to preach to the choir, but to let you know what is the difference between what they're doing in South America and what they're doing here. And just by the way, I have since realized that South America, many South American countries are picking up the more gentle form of the Vodder method, and they're making changes. So I want to give them credit for that. They are making changes, but not all of them. So be careful where you get your referrals from, okay? Thanks a lot. Thank you for listening to me again. And hopefully we'll have some more information that will help you in your practice.